I'm Sophie Gray from Destitute Gourmet, destitutegourmet.com. My interest in food as a food writer is specifically in fashionable food that doesn't cost a fortune. We've identified that there are 3 key areas that people can save money on their weekly grocery spend. Week after week after week, people go around the supermarket putting things in their trolley that they don't care about, that in many cases their families wouldn't even notice if they had less often, or in some cases never had again. But they go home and they go without, or postpone things they really do care about. So what I want to do is show you some ideas and techniques for identifying what you really need to have in your supermarket trolley so that you've got money left to spend on the things that really give you quality of life, be that debt reduction or saving for a family holiday or shoes, handbags, CDs. I'm sure most of us can think of something we'd spend extra money on if we had a little bit. So our first Destitute Gourmet principle is shop smart. Most of us do the bulk of our shopping in the supermarket, but there are variations between supermarkets and there are ways you can save when you're in there. The most straightforward way to save in the supermarket is quite simply buy their house brands. I'm talking about things like Signature Range and Budget, the brands that the supermarkets promote themselves. And what we're being offered there as consumers is 2 quality levels. With your sort of basics budget kind of a product, the plain package product, what they're suggesting there is that we'll get acceptable quality. It might be as much as 10% cheaper than the brand leader. Now I'm really happy using those kinds of products for all of my staples. So things like flour, rice, eggs, milk, butter, all of that kind of thing, absolutely fine. When it comes to some of those other products though, you might need to test and experiment for yourselves a little bit. What was acceptable to their tasting panel might not be acceptable to your family. So, while I'm happy to use those things for my staples, my experience of, some of the things like baked beans or tomato sauce, they might not have suited our family so much. So test and experiment a little bit with those. And then you have another range of house-branded products. We would know those as things like Signature Range and pans in New Zealand. With those products, what they're suggesting there is that you will get equivalent, and in some cases maybe even better quality than the brand leader, but at a substantial discount. And we have access through those product ranges to an enormous range of items, everything from cleaning products to toiletry items, frozen foods to cereals and so on. So we can make a significant saving on our grocery bill just by buying the house brands. You're talking about at least a 10% saving off everything that you buy. So first way to save in the supermarket, buy the house brands. I also want to suggest, if you are serious about saving money in the supermarket, make the decision that you're going to try not to buy anything that you could realistically make yourself. Now, what's realistic in one household might not be realistic in another. What you can manage to make this week, you might not manage next week. This isn't a diet. I'm not going to say buy these 15 things and you can save $150 a week. What I want to say is make serious choices about what you put in your trolley so you've got money left. Just because you can buy something in a ready-made form doesn't mean it's better than what you would make yourself, and doesn't mean it's too hard to make yourself. And most of what we buy ready manufactured, people made in their homes for centuries. Frequently when we make it ourselves, it tastes better and is substantially less expensive. So make the decision to try not to buy anything you could realistically make yourself. And the other suggestion I want to make is that you make the decision that you are going to go to the supermarket only once a week. If you can manage to do it less frequently than that, that's even better. But if you think that you can pop into the supermarket for 2 minutes and buy one thing, you're deluded. You're going to be in there 20 minutes and you'll buy at least 5 things. They make darn sure that you do. They've got loads of strategies for getting you to part with what they consider to be the maximum spend while you're in there. Now, if you're only going to go to the supermarket once a week, then you're going to need to take a list. And so what I want to do in our next section is talk to you about list making, what you need to have on your list and how to use it. So our second part of shopping smart is going to be focused around how to manage your grocery